daily basis, most people don't recognize what they have or what they don't have. When there is so many things to value, it can be difficult to pick just one. It can be I see my car being very beneficial for me. There's not enough words to express my gratitude when I first received the car. To many, it may seem silly to value a car, but with the way life has treated me up to this point, I can't imagine overcoming certain challenges without it. To start, one of the biggest challenges that I faced during my lifetime is providing assistance for my parents. In the past, for example, around the same time this year, 3 years ago, my parents got very sick due to COVID, and they weren't mentally and physically stable enough to take care of things around the house. With COVID being around, it was very contagious. It was mandatory for them to stay quarantined. So they weren't around to put food on the table. So I was running back and forth to get medicine and the right necessities to be able to fight through this thing. I was driving to store to store to store to find the right things to make sure my parents fought through this. Another time very similar was when my sister got a flat tire during her first week of university. My parents were at work. They weren't able to rush to her aid. So my sister called me to let me know, and I was able to drive to her location with my own car with the things she needed to fix her tire. The drive is around 2 hours from where I live, so it definitely brought relief to my parents when they found out that the situation was already taken care of. Without a car, I wouldn't have been able to go all the way over there. So with this car, I'm able to take away a workload of issues for them that they wouldn't have to deal with. And it's easier said than done. When my parents first got me the car, they said it was for one specific reason only, and that reason was for me to go to places on my own without them having to trouble themselves. In this case, it does. When the car is a useful factor for me and personally helping me get to where I need to go. Work, college, other important places. Having a driver's license is one thing, but having your own car is easier because you don't have to rely on other people to give you a lift. And when I first started my first job, my parents had to go back and forth to drive me to my shifts. Every time I had a shift, they would drop me off, they would pick me up, and that inconvenienced their schedule to the point they weren't able to do a lot of things, and that was a problem. When I finally got the car, it gave me an opportunity to be able to drive myself at my own time without them having to trouble themselves. So same thing goes with college. When I first started college and I started CLC, I had to go frequently to attend my in-person classes. However, this would have been very difficult for anyone else to take me there if I didn't have a car, due to the fact that everyone else in my family had different schedules. Certain classes were set for specific times, and I had to choose what classes were available to me. Considering both my parents worked full-time and my older sister dorming in a completely different city, having a car has definitely given me an advantage compared to other students to be able to drive myself when needed. Without a car, going to school and work would have been 10 times more difficult to configure depending on other people's schedules. Believe it or not, one of the major reasons I value my car is because it helped me build independence. It helped me become more independent, and I started driving around. Once I started driving around without parental supervision, I felt like I truly accomplished something. One time, my parents sent me to the store. During that time, I was brand new to driving. I was so nervous, I was shaking. I felt like I couldn't do it, but they gave me the trust and responsibility, and that made me feel like I was ready. Once I came back, I had the receipt on one hand and the groceries on another, and with a tint of confidence above my head. I felt so proud of myself that day that I accomplished such a trivial thing. From that point on, I was driving back and forth on my own. There was also this one time where I was pulling out of a crowded parking lot, and there was a bunch of cars left to right. I had to make sure I successfully did a 3-point turn without hitting any cars next to me. So I was so nervous, but I did it. And that day, I felt like if I could do that and I'm able to do this, then I can accomplish bigger things in the future. In general, there's no better way for me to say this, but I truly value my car. I'm very thankful to have been gifted this car because it has definitely helped me do a lot of things that most people aren't able to do. With this car, I have been able to help out my parents in incredible ways. It has served as a way of transportation for me to get where I needed to go, and finally became an important asset in building independence. Car or no car, I definitely would have been able to do all of those without a car, but it made it 10 times more easier when I had the car. So I breezed through all of these challenges. And it also serves as a way to decorate. When I can choose to decorate the car, I can fully express myself. So at the end, it's a win-win. So thank you for listening. Thank you.